All right, welcome back. And so after the last video, some of you guys let me know what you want me to react to next, and that's going to be the farthest home runs in MLB history. So this video is going to be divided up into two parts. The first is going to be the longest home runs of the Statcast era that was implemented back in 2015. And you can consider these the officially confirmed longest home runs because they were tracked by modern technology. And the second part of this video will be the longest home runs of the pre-Statcast era. So before 2015, these are generally longer and need to be taken with a grain of salt because they weren't measured with modern technology. So without further ado, let's get this thing started. Starting off the longest home runs of the Statcast era, we got Ronald Acuna Jr. hitting a 490-foot bomb.
Overall seed in the National League playoff bracket. The pitch. Swing and a high fly ball. That's wallop deep.
This was COVID times. Obviously, no one's in the stands. And that lands at the top of the stands. I literally think it went to the concessions back there. That was an absolute shot. As a pitcher, you hear the sound of the bat. You don't even need to turn around. Next up is Miguel Sano, who also hit a 490-foot bomb and is on this list twice. So we'll see him a little bit later.
Launched to left field, very deep. And
did that go over the Fanatics board over there? I did not see that hit off for a land.
Balls go a long way, and this ball went a long way. Those people up on top of monster seats are thinking,
oh my goodness. Cleared the whole stadium, bounced in the street. You don't see many people hit it over that scoreboard either. You see him hit it out more down the left field line, but that was a shot. We got ourselves another 490-foot bomb here from Joey Gallo.
The Cleveland Indians bullpen.
I missed this old stadium, Globe Life Park, and I thought that was gonna hit the roof for a second. But that far up into the top section of stands out there in the outfield, that's an absolute bombski. All these are going to be, but that's crazy. Ryan McMahon is next on the list with another 495-foot home run. Coors Field, obviously the ball travels here. And wow, he went second deck behind the bullpen out in right center. You don't normally see them clear that bullpen. Wow, that's something normally you only really saw in the home run derby back in 2021. Guys, Miguel Sano was on this list twice. Here he is again, a 496-foot bomb as well.
There it goes.
Goodness gracious, just the sound of that bat. Third deck, and you know Twin Stadium is not home run friendly. If you guys remember the home run derby back in 2014, that was comical. But that was an absolute shot, man. We got one more 496-foot home run here from Jesus Sanchez. Another home run at Coors Field, no surprise. And goodness gracious. Literally over the third deck, over the Coors Light fences right there. Almost to that fourth part, getting close to the roof. I'm waiting for the day someone puts it over that silver bullet up there and out of the stadium in between the roof and that. This home run right here from Christian Yelich will be the last of our 400 footers, and everything else will be 500 feet or further. This is 499 feet. Another one at Coors Field. This is like the third or fourth one. And that was second deck right there. Third deck. Goodness gracious. Wasn't even in the frame. I mean, when you throw a changeup right down the middle like that, what do you expect? Former 2018 MVP, and wow, almost went over the fence up there and into the concessions. Okay, for our first 500-foot home run on this list, we got Giancarlo Stanton at 504 feet. Again, at Coors Field. Common denominator. And obviously, you can hit bombs here in the left. It's easy to hit 500-foot home runs here in the end of the show. That didn't even make it all the way over there, but that's more left center, so that's a shot, dude. Goodness gracious. And you guys will never believe this, but for our next home run, it's at Coors Field. This is like the third or fourth straight time. We got a 504-foot home run from CJ Cron. Man.
Take a good look. You won't see this one for long.
I thought he hit the truck for a second, but he hits it all the way to what looks like the bathrooms over there. That's where you hit 500-foot home runs for days in the middle of the show. So I'm not shocked that this stadium is on the list literally, I think, almost half the times. That was an absolute moonshot. This home run right here is the longest of the Statcast era since 2015. 505 feet by Nomar Mazara. Back at Globe Life Park. Listen to the sound of that pop. And it literally bounced all the way up to the window. Close to the roof, man. I miss that stadium so much. But man, that was a shot and a good way to end these longest home runs of the Statcast era. All right, now we're getting into the longest home runs pre-Statcast era, so before 2015. And like I said, take some of these with a grain of salt. They're not 100% confirmed like the Statcast era one, but to start it off, we got Adam Dunn's 504-foot home run.
You really saw some great pitching.
High drive, he killed it. Is that number 40?
Did he hit the scoreboard? Obviously, that ball's gonna fall because that goes all the way up to the roof. I think he hit the scoreboard. This quality of the video is not great because this was back in 2008, but I think that hit off the scoreboard. Goodness gracious. And he's on this list again later down the road. That's not even his longest. Next up, we got another 504-foot home run from Joe Borchert.
Way back. He looks up. You can put it on the ball.
Clears the stands, and if that door was open, that might have gone out of the stadium. To clear the stands like that at those types of stadiums is just nuts to me every time. Coming in at 525 feet, we got Darryl Strawberry.
It's Cincinnati in the 12th, and 5-1 San Francisco over the Dodgers. Bottom of the 5th inning.
Speaking of home runs, there's a long drive. That ball is out of here.
I didn't even see it.
Home run.
Did the camera even get it?
That ball may have hit the
Oh,
lights
no.
up there.
It hit the lights on the ceiling. It bounced all the way back in play. For a second, they're like, nah, this isn't in play. And we're like, nah, you saw how far that ball went. That ain't in play. That's a home run. What do you do as a pitcher if a ball hits off the lights of the stadium? Hits the top of the stadium. Do I just call for my manager and say, bring in someone else? I'm done for the day. Getting even further, we got a 530-foot home run here from Dave Kingman at Wrigley Field. Man, that was hit high. Where'd it land? Over the fence? Oh, that dude's coming out of his house to get the ball. It went onto the street. Goodness gracious. That dude was probably watching from his porch and is like, is that ball coming? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Starts booking. Not too often you're on the porch of your house and you have a home run land in front of your steps. Back up on this list for the second time, we got Adam Dunn with a 535-foot home run. And I do remember this one. Over the backdrop. I literally think he's the only one to ever do that. I miss him, man. As a Reds fan, growing up in Cincinnati my whole life, him and Ken Griffey, man, were something special. And I do have to let you guys know that Willie Stargell was on this list as well at 535, but there was no footage I could find for this video. Okay, coming in at number 3 of the longest home runs in MLB history, we got Reggie Jackson at 539 feet. Did you hear the crack of that bat? It hit off the roof. If that roof wasn't there, it might have cleared the second stands out of the stadium. In the All-Star game, too. The legend Reggie Jackson hit off the transformer. So for the last 2 homers on this list, there is no video footage that I could find because we're going back to the 1950s and 1920s. But coming in at number 2 is Mickey Mantle's 565-foot home run. As you can see in illustration right here. Completely hit it out of this ballpark. And look how deep it is in left. It literally looks deeper in left than it does in center. That just should tell you right there. And for him to clear that completely, that's just nuts. And with the longest home run in MLB history, that belongs to Babe Ruth. And so I've seen that his longest ever was 587, as you can see here in this picture. But I also saw that that got debunked and that his longest is 575. And there's no footage on it or anything. So with these last 2, most definitely take it with a grain of salt. It's a lot of he said, she said. Stories can always get manipulated, but apparently the longest ever was 587 or 575. That's what I've seen when doing research. And last but not least, just for fun, this is not a home run that was hit in the major leagues. This was in AAA by Joey Meyer, but this is considered to be the longest home run ever hit that we have video footage of. 582 feet.
Bottom of the 7th, 2 runs already in, and the Z's lead it 8-7 in a seesaw affair.
Oh my! One yet.
Oh my!
I never saw that
The
land.
upper deck.
Upper deck.
Upper deck in left field.
Just by the sound of the bat, that might be the best sound that I've heard today, and that makes sense with it being the longest one at 582. You didn't even see it land. If I'm in charge of that organization, I'm calling him up after the home run. He's taking a shower, and he's coming to play the next game. Seeing how hard that ball was hit. Yep. All right, that does it for this one. Let me know in the comments what you would like to see me react to next. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. And with that said, I'll see you guys next time.